Hey guys, it's April, the Organic Alchemist, and I am here with the new moon to full moon love and relationship reading for Pisces. So this reading goes from, March 6th through the 19th of 2019. If you happen to come upon this reading at a later date, probably means that something from this time frame and in this reading is going to be relevant to what you are working on now. So guys, if you like what you see, please hit that thumbs up button. It lets YouTube know that I'm basically making content that's worth it for them to share. Please subscribe if you want to see more. I love getting your comments. I love hearing what resonates and what you would like to see more of. And also guys, please consider, if you're finding these videos beneficial, please consider sharing them with your friends. I do put them all in a playlist, so you can just share the entire playlist and don't have to worry about what anyone's specific sign is. All right, so last but not least, if you would like to follow me on Facebook or Instagram, if you would like to book a personal session, or if you feel really guided to leave a donation or tip and support the channel, all that information is in the description box below. All right, so we are going to get into it for Pisces love and relationship reading for the new moon to the full moon, March 6th through the 19th. So we just got your overall theme in love, Pisces, and now we're going to look at the direct message from your guides about love and relationship. All right, Pisces. So the theme right now is to express love through gifts. Now, this isn't saying like, you need to go out and buy somebody a diamond ring or anything, but definitely some sort of nice gift. And I apologize about the lighting and the weird glare, guys. It's that time of day. So yeah, definitely, it doesn't have to be big. It's just something that it can be a small token that's really meaningful to whoever this person is. And your guides want to let you know that whatever you're working on in love and relationship is worth waiting for. It's worth working for, and just allowing divine timing to work in this particular relationship. So we're going to see how this is showing up energetically in your reality, and then we'll figure out what's going on. So how is this showing up energetically for our Pisces in their reality from the day to the day? All right, appreciation. So again, that may be where this expressing love through gifts and through some sort of special token is either you or the person that you are working with is kind of in need of a show of appreciation, or that show of appreciation will definitely kind of help to move things forward. So I'm using some new decks today. We are going to be using the Vice Versa Tarot, which I am shuffling right now, along with the Before Tarot, and then we have the After Tarot, which we've already been using in sessions. So Spirit, how is this showing up in Pisces reality? How is this playing out in their reality, Spirit? All right, so how is this playing out for our Pisces? All right, Pisces, oddly enough, you're very, very composed, but you are all in your mind about this. We have both the Page of Swords as well as the King of Swords, which is very controlled mental energy, particularly the King of Swords. The Page of Swords can kind of be they deliver important information. They just don't necessarily deliver it with all the tact that you would like. So there is either something you have conveyed to someone that has come off a little wrong, or someone has conveyed something to you that has come off a little bit wrong. There's nothing wrong with the information. The information is actually correct and on point, but the way in which it was expressed left something to be desired. And that may be coming from the place that either you or that person is totally in a mental space right now, but it is leaving the other person kind of feeling unappreciated, feeling, like, you know, what is being offered just isn't what they were hoping for. And again, that may go back to the appreciation and the expression of gifts through love. Is someone may have said something in a way that was very logical. It made sense. It was right on time with that. But the way that it came off just made the other person feel like they were unappreciated, feel like this just wasn't kind of turning out or going in the direction in which they thought it was. So let's see kind of what led up to all this, Spirit. What led to this moment that our Pisces is finding themselves in, where they are either feeling unappreciated or they have accidentally, because I really don't feel like this was an intentional on either person's part. All right. So it looks like, yeah, it looks like kind of what led to this was that there was the potential for some sort of love or some sort of relationship to kind of come about, but it didn't. And it looks like either you or the other person was preparing to go in a different direction. And that may be what it is. Like they were preparing to just be like, okay, well, this isn't, you know, what I want. This isn't kind of what, you know, it's not going in any direction. So I'm gonna gather myself and move forward. And that may have been kind of what was said. And that may have been coming from, you know, or ended up being a very, very logical decision and not so much a heart-based decision. But it looks like part of what's going on is there's either, there was a lack of commitment. That's why the person's moving on, is there was just this lack of commitment. So whether it was you or the other person, there was this lack of commitment there, a lack of willing to kind of step into what was there, which is why the offer was turned down. And so somebody got in their mind and they were like, okay, well, we'll just cut this off. But somebody is definitely kind of sitting around, and even though they weren't getting what they wanted, there's still a sense of loneliness there. So let's see what aspects of the divine feminine and the divine masculine are playing themselves out here. All right. Well, that was too many cards, so we're still going to shuffle after I pick them all up off the floor. So what aspect of the divine feminine is being played out here, or here for our Pisces to learn from? And what aspect of the divine masculine? So guys, I am going to tell you these two decks are a little bit newer to me. So I do refer to the book. I can tell you with the first divine feminine card, I have some ideas. I definitely see some stuff in it, but I just want to refer to the book, because that's the kind of the hit that I'm getting, is to just make sure that what I'm sharing with you guys is perfectly on there. And the divine masculine. All right. So it's just the divine feminine that I need, because Vishnu is very clear in what he is doing. So let's just see. I just want to see what Sekhmet in reverse has to say. Where are you, my dear? Is that you? Yes. Okay, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Oh no, but she's in the upright. Oh, sorry, dears. I got them mixed up because Vishnu is in the reverse. Okay, yeah. All right, so we have, for the divine feminine, you have Sekhmet, which is reduction. And so this is really finding, what I picked up on in the book was really finding your way to deal with disappointment in a positive fashion, to allow it to, not in a hard way, but to allow it to fortify you. So there may be some disappointment here, and part of the lesson is to not allow that to make you think less than. Now, in the divine masculine, we have some imbalance here, where this whole thing has thrown an aspect of you, particularly the masculine aspect of you, off balance. And so I really do feel like part of what's happening is you're really cutting kind of cutting yourself off from your emotions in a way that I don't know that is benefiting from you. And so I think it is, you know, balancing that, bringing that back into balance, where whether you're going too deep into your emotions or you're just freezing them out, that you find that balance. So let's look at the light work, shadow work, and the soul growth, personal growth, soul evolution work that this relationship is asking of you. Or that it's just here for you to do if you really want to get, oh, interesting. So in the shadow work, you're working on the shadow work aspect of the networker, which is really, and again, we kind of got this up here with this, this way in which communication went down, but it's really about conveying information in a way that serves everyone. Because someone right now is conveying information in a way that is either for personal gain or it's not quite true, or they're taking advantage of someone's fear and insecurities in the way in which they're delivering the message. And that may be part of what is coming up with this page of swords here, where there is some information that it may not have been so accidental. Like, I always feel like the page of swords is accidental, but the fact that we're coming here and you're experiencing the shadow attributes of the networker, there is an element that, you know, this is potentially done for personal gain, you know, that sort of thing. Guys, I'm gonna have to close this just a little bit. The sun keeps kind of shifting whether it's going to be behind the clouds or not, and I just can't see anything. So I hope that's not so bad. I apologize about the weird lighting stuff. I will have to do this earlier in the day so it's not such an issue. But then we have surrender to success. So there is an element of the way in which you're holding on to all of this, I think, that is preventing there is, I mean, literally your first thing from your guides is that this is worth waiting for, which also tells me it's worth working on. So, you know, surrendering to the idea that this could be successful, even though somebody's talking some smack. Like, let that person talk smack. Like, that's what you're working through, and don't let your fears kind of overtake that. So let's look at what outcomes you are looking at, my dear Pisces. Oh, now we got a helicopter in the background. We are having fun filming this afternoon, you guys. All right, so Pisces, what's the outcome that Pisces can look forward to if they do their work? Well, that is certainly rare here on Maui, particularly this part. I hardly ever. Ooh! Oh my goodness. All right, so there is definitely if this is a business relationship, there's definitely prosperity and success in its future, or at least prosperity and success in your future if you do your work. It's also going to be this place where there's something that how do I explain this? Something that scared you, that you're actually going to work to a place where you are able to completely embrace this. Like, this is the next step of strength, courage, and fortitude. This is literally being able to, like, embrace your demons, so to speak, embrace whatever it was that you were so fearful of, and literally making it a friend and making it useful. So it may be this information that came out in your security in it. And so also the King of Swords, or the King of Pentacles, is also, that is a provider. That is a very successful man. That is a man who has come into his own. If it's a person, if it's you, it definitely denotes success and prosperity and being able to really handle things. Now, then we have the Five of Pentacles, which is kind of the out in the cold card. Now here, what it shows me is that there may be some struggles that are coming, but you have support in them. So even if you're, so it looks like there may be some struggles that are coming into like this isn't going to necessarily be the end of the struggles that you have with this person, because if you're in a relationship that's for the long term, you'll never get to that. You know, you'll get to a point where you both recognize that the struggles are a part of the path and a part of what makes your relationships richer. But what you notice in this card is those two people there that are going through the hardship, like they are together. They got each other's back. And so I think that's what this card is also showing, is that whatever it is that you're working on, whether this is a business relationship or a friendship or a romantic relationship, like if you continue working with this person, you're going to build that kind of bond where you guys ride for each other, where you guys have each other back, thick and thin, rich or poor, you know, and that you guys are even able to manifest other people to kind of help you out. Because I always feel like this woman is like, has helped these two guys out a little bit. So you guys are going to be good together. Like you guys are gonna be able, like you have the potential to build that bond. All right, and then our final message for Pisces for this new moon to full moon for March 2019, love and relationship reading. What is the final message for Pisces, Spirit? Oh, you guys got two. All right, so number one, Spirit is telling you that it is time to release the negativity and then meditate and contemplate. So those are your two final messages from Spirit. So with that, again, the release the negativity is like, that's pretty easy. Release the negativity. But the meditate and contemplate is really going in and looking for clarity and really seeing things for as they are. Step away from your story is what I'm getting, and really look at things from the bigger perspective, from other people's perspective, and get so that you can get an idea of what's actually happening here as opposed to what you think is happening here. All right, Pisces, as always, I totally hope that this resonated and that you guys found it helpful. Please leave me some comments if you do find these readings helpful and you think other people would share them. And I love you guys. Mwah! And I will see you next reading. Take care.